we are going to do a quick review on experimental variables practice. So I know you already did this page for day 3, but we're going to do it again for day 4. So in this case, we want to make sure that you have the green, blue, and pink highlighter colors. So when you highlight things. Now, what we're looking for here are the independent variables. Remember that the independent variables is the variable that you are going to manipulate or that you're going to change on purpose. And then the dependent variable is the thing that reacts to the changes of the independent variable. So in experiment number 1, the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety wants to collect data on how tire wear affects braking distance. The researchers gathered 10 Honda Civic cars that each have the same make of tires, but the tire tread is more worn down on some cars than others. They measure the size of the tread left on the tire and then run the cars at the same speed, hitting the brakes and measuring the resulting stopping distance. So they're trying to find out how tire wear affects braking distance. So this gives us a clue of the 2 variables that we're going to find the relationship for. The independent variable is what we're going to change on purpose. So it's going to be tire wear that gets changed on purpose. And let's just try to, and blue for dependent variable is so how tire wear affects braking distance. So hitting the brakes and then measuring the stopping distance over here at the end, the resulting stopping distance is what is measured in order to get the braking distance. What stayed the same was the brand of the cars, or what kind of car it was, the same make of tires. This part here, the tire tread, is part of what the independent variable is, right? So the tire tread that's wearing down on some of the cars. They measured the size of the tread left on the tire and then ran the cars at the same speed. So then that's important to know that they controlled for speed and maybe how hard they're hitting the brakes. And then how they measured it. So that's important, how they measured it. Now, what you're looking for really, remember, are 2 variables that have a relationship. So let's look at experiment number 2. So students wondered if the water at different depths of Lake Tahoe had different temperatures. So they are wondering if water at different depths of Lake Tahoe had different temperatures. They got a thermometer and went out in a boat and dropped the thermometer to different water depths. They measured the temperature at each depth. They conducted the experiment on the same day within a 2-hour time period. So our independent variable, which we're going to highlight in green, is water at different depths of the lake. So then here, if I just draw you a picture, right? So if this is the lake, and they want to measure what the temperature is going to be at each area, then they're not going to change the temperature, right? Because they're going to see if maybe this layer, if maybe layer 1 had a different temperature than layer 2. So this means that our dependent variable would be the temperatures. What stayed the same was the thermometer, stayed the same, and they did that from a boat and then dropped the thermometer to different water depths. They measured the temperature at each depth. They conducted the experiment on the same day within a 2-hour time period. So they tried to keep the time the same so that it's not going to be too vastly different. So for this page, this is what your answer key should generally look like. And if you have any questions,